Hi guys, and welcome to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gemma. In today's video, I wanted to share some of my tips to create your kind of dream space. So in my case, this is where I work because I like to keep where I sleep and where I work separately. So I just wanted to share some quick tips with you guys to create a space where you can feel comfortable and relax. So jumping straight into it, the first tip that I have is to get rid of clutter. So I recently picked up the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and it's by a Japanese consultant called Marie Kondo. And she basically created the KonMari method. If you guys haven't heard of it, I will leave links to the book down below. But reading the book really opened up my mind to looking at things and deciding what I want to keep and what I need to throw out, and also how to organize properly. So that was a massive help for me in trying to kind of achieve a minimalistic lifestyle. I feel that in my space I definitely have a minimalistic vibe, that kind of everything has a place and everything is in its place. Did Wasabi say that from Big Hero 6? It sounds ridiculous now.
I have a system. There's a place for everything. Everything in its place. So
the second tip that I have is establish a color scheme. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and paint your entire room and buy new furniture, but I like to have a color scheme to kind of make things feel more organized and cohesive. So for me, I love the color white. I feel like it's just very clean and fresh, and it opens up a space massively. I also pair it with green/plants, and I keep a lot of plants in my room. Some of them are real, some of them are fake, but I love keeping plants because I feel like it just freshens up the room a lot. And then I also accessorize with a little bit of copper, rose gold to kind of give the room a little bit more depth. I think it's really helpful if you do establish a color scheme because it just makes everything look a lot more tidier, a lot more cohesive, and like I said, a lot more organized. The third tip is to organize your furniture well. I'm quite fortunate that I have quite an open room, but I also like to keep my furniture minimal, so I have 3 massive bookcases. Then in addition to that, I have my desk where I like to work, and then also my makeup storage, and that is it. So if you feel like your room's a little bit disorganized at the moment, I would definitely recommend moving your furniture around just to kind of experiment. So my fourth tip is to decorate using accessories. Whilst I don't have a lot of furniture in this room, I definitely have a lot of things like on my wall. I have photo frames, plants, and I find that by adding small feature pieces into your room, it really creates depth and it adds a lot of character that way. And this kind of ties into my 5th tip, which is customize with sentimental things like photos. I have a lot of photos in my room and I like to change them up a lot, but I find that the room can really come to life if you find some interesting photo frames. I think it's really important to try and find accessories and photo frames and candles that work kind of in conjunction with the feel of your room. And the 6th and final tip is to always feel free to change and add to your room. Even if it's as simple as changing the photos in your photo frames or adding some new artwork, even if you just print it off of the internet, I think this really changes up the feel of your room. So if you ever feel like it just needs to be revamped a little bit and a little bit more life put into it, I definitely recommend kind of just adding little pieces. So for example, one of my favorite things in my room at the moment is this DIY kind of memo board behind me. I made it recently and I'm absolutely in love with it. You can obviously add anything that you want to add on it, whether it be photos or inspirational quotes or anything like that. But at the moment I'm keeping kind of color schemes on it. I love going to the DIY store and picking up kind of colour samples so I can kind of create a visual palette for myself. So if I'm illustrating or if I'm painting, then this just gives me a quick kind of reference to colour schemes that I like to keep. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.